sacred devotion. We mock fairy tales, but kneel before their adult versions. And the question is not whether stories exist. The question is, why do we defend them more fiercely when they stop making sense? 1. The selective rejection of fantasy. So many of us proudly say, "I don't believe in fairy tales," yet we hand them to our children, packaged in color, music, and innocence. We laugh at dragons, witches, and talking trees. But when the same structure is dressed in doctrine, suddenly it becomes truth. It's almost comedic. The only difference between a fairy tale and a belief system is the age at which you stop questioning it. 2. The Easter contradiction. Take the Easter bunny, a rabbit, laying eggs. Now pause. Really pause. Since when did rabbits start laying eggs? Biology itself is confused. Yet we smile, celebrate, decorate, and no one stops to ask, what exactly are we normalizing here? Because it's tradition, because it's harmless, because questioning it feels uncomfortable. 3. Conditioning before reason. And that's where it begins. Not with truth, but with repetition. Not with logic, but with familiarity. You introduce the unbelievable early enough, and it becomes untouchable later. The child doesn't analyze, they absorb. So when they grow, they don't defend truth. They defend what they've always known. And now questioning feels like betrayal. 4. When imagination becomes doctrine. Here's the twist. In children's stories, impossible things are clearly labeled as imagination. No one argues that rabbits actually lay eggs. But in certain doctrines, the impossible is no longer symbolic. It is literal. And suddenly, asking questions becomes rebellion. Doubt becomes sin, and logic becomes the enemy. It's almost ironic. The same mind that rejects a cartoon will defend an unexamined belief with its life. 5. The silent fear of questioning. So why don't people question? Not because they can't, but because they're afraid of where it leads. Because if one piece doesn't hold, what happens to the rest? And that fear keeps the structure alive. Not truth, not evidence, fear. So the next time we say, "I don't believe in fairy tales," maybe we should ask ourselves, which ones did we simply rename? Until next time.